I had always prided myself on being thoughtful and generous, especially when it came to my wife, Anna. She loved fine dining, and I loved seeing her happy. So when she suggested a dinner with a few of her colleagues, I offered to pay. It wasn't cheap, but I didn't mind. I wanted it to be perfect, a night where she could relax and I could enjoy seeing her shine. When we arrived, the restaurant was buzzing with people. Anna was radiant, laughing with friends I had only met in passing. I thought everything was fine, until the moment she introduced me. "This is just a friend who drives me around sometimes," she said with a smile. "I pay him to keep me company." The words hit me like a punch. I froze in place, the champagne flute trembling slightly in my hand. I could feel every head in the room turning toward me. Her colleagues smiled awkwardly, some exchanging glances, unsure if this was a joke or if they were missing context. I forced a polite smile, my jaw tight. Hi," I muttered. No one said anything immediately, but the air felt thick and cold. I could feel a mix of confusion and pity from some of her coworkers, and I realized Anna had just humiliated me in front of everyone. I wanted to laugh it off, to pretend it was nothing, but inside I was burning. All those hours I had spent planning the dinner, all the effort to make the evening special, and this was her acknowledgement. I was just a paid driver, a background accessory in her life. I sat down quietly, listening as the conversation continued around us. Anna didn't seem to notice the tension. She laughed, poured wine for herself, and engaged with her friends as if nothing had happened. Meanwhile, I felt invisible, belittled, and deeply hurt. After a while, I excused myself to the restroom, needing space to think. Standing in front of the mirror, I stared at my reflection. I could feel my hands shaking slightly, but there was also clarity in my anger. I wasn't going to make a scene at that moment. I wanted to handle this on my own terms. I returned to the table, calm but deliberate. I placed my hand on the menu, looked Anna directly in the eyes, and said, "We need to talk." She raised an eyebrow, smiling faintly. "Not here, please. Let's enjoy dinner." "No," I said, my voice steady but firm. "This is exactly the place. If you think it's okay to introduce me that way in front of everyone I just paid to celebrate with you, then I need you to hear me clearly." The room grew quiet. Her friends exchanged puzzled looks, sensing the tension. "I am your husband," I continued. "I am not your driver. I am not someone you pay to be seen with you. And tonight, you chose to make me the joke. That stops now. Respect isn't optional. If you can't respect me in front of others, then what we have at home means nothing." Anna's face faltered for the first time that evening. She opened her mouth to speak, but I raised my hand. "No excuses. Think carefully about how you want to treat the person who stands beside you. Not behind you, not beneath you, but beside you. That's the only way this dinner continues with dignity." She nodded silently, her cheeks flushed. The room remained quiet, everyone unsure whether to intervene or give us space. I felt a shift. The atmosphere changed from one of amusement to one of tension and respect. After that moment, the rest of the dinner passed without incident. Anna didn't speak another word like that. We left the restaurant, and I drove us home in silence. At home, she finally spoke. I didn't mean it like that," she said, her voice softer than it had been all night. "I know you probably didn't think about it," I said. "But what matters is that you understand it's not acceptable. I will not be humiliated, especially not by the person I trusted most." She nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. "I'm sorry. You're right. I should have considered your feelings." I realized then that respect wasn't just about public gestures. It was about private acknowledgement, about recognizing the worth of the person who stood beside you every day. It wasn't easy to assert it in that moment, but I knew that if I hadn't, the pattern would continue. Over the following weeks, Anna's attitude changed. She became more mindful, more appreciative, and our relationship strengthened because I had set a boundary. I learned that standing up calmly but firmly could prevent resentment from growing, and that dignity sometimes requires courage in the most unexpected settings. Looking back, I understand that evening was more than just a humiliating introduction. It was a lesson, for both of us, about respect, communication, and the importance of recognizing each other's worth. And though it started painfully, it ended with a clarity I hadn't anticipated. Love without respect is fragile, but when paired with boundaries, it can grow stronger than ever.